Today we're going to look at shortcuts for iPadOS 13, and specifically I'm going to show you a shortcut that I've done for Statamic, which is the new CMS I use. And I'm going to probably show you two. I'll show you two. The first one is a component. So I don't know, I think of it like a programmer. So I have a shortcut that gives me file names, and then I use that shortcut in other shortcuts when I want the file name named properly. So let's do it. First thing I'm going to show you is, where am I? I'm not in the right server, so let's log out of that and let's go to Mosh Statamic test. And so this is my Statamic server, and I'm going to go CD into Curtis McHale, and this is Statamic. What I need to go into is Site, Content, Collections, Post. So this is going to be huge. I'll clear this out. I'm just going to show you the file name, ls. So you can see, let's take the one at the bottom. So it is 2019 08 12 2013 Stein Valley Quest for 10 -3. So it's number 3, marked down. So the beginning bit is the important bit. The 2019 year, 08 month, 12 day, 2013 is actually the time. So that's the time I published it. And if you look up, you can see some of them have time, some of them don't. If you do it at say the Ben Furphy one, the one that's like 3 up, it says 2019 08 09 Ben Furphy. So that just means it came out at midnight on that day, even though it didn't really, but I was still working it out basically. So that's how this works. That's the file names that I need. And so let's go to shortcuts now. We can kill that. Actually, you know what? Let me log out of that. So I go log out, and then we'll go to shortcuts. And these are at the bottom, and so this is, we're going to look at format Statamic file name. So the first thing it's going to do is it asks right here at the top, it asks for post title. And so this is just getting me to input some stuff. And then it's going to take that and make it all lowercase. So what I'm doing is I'm formatting a file name, remember. I'm not formatting the actual title of the post that I want. I'm formatting a file name. And the next bit is regular expression. And so /W there is any non-word character. And so it goes through and it finds, so don't, any contraction, any punctuation, just takes it out, replaces it with a dash. And then I'm going to replace any spaces in words with a dash. And then I'm going to look for any like triple dashes, and I just want single dash. So I could probably even do that. I think I've noticed a few times I have a double dash, and I've just corrected that manually. But I could even in here take, double dash. I'm sure there's a regex in there that says if there's more than one dash in a row, I only want one dash. But regexes feels like a black art, so I don't have it. I don't know what that would be. So anyway, and the next bit is ask for time 24 o'clock. So this is just asking me for the time that I want to publish it. So if it's a link post, I would just do right now. So 0930. If it is, say, this post, like I'll post this on Monday, and Monday will be the, let me look behind me. What is it? It's the 15th of August today, so that would make it the 19th. This will come out on the 19th of August, so the date will be 2019 08 19 00 08 0800, and then the title of it. And then it's going to ask me for the date. So this asks me, that's what this one does. It asks me for the date, and it uses ask each time. So if it's a link post, then I just hit current date, which is what comes up by default. And I'll show you all this actually. And it's going to format the date, and it formats it according to the, the format that Statamic expects to find. And so that's 4-digit year, 2-digit month, 2-digit day. Now I put it all together into my final bit here. I have the formatted date, right? I have my ask for input, which is the, which one is that again? So I got to admit, it is a little hard sometimes to keep track of which one this is. Ask for input. So this is the ask for input. That would be the time actually. Sorry, ask time 24-hour clock. I think I can rename these too, but I don't know how off the top of my head, so I'm not going to show that to you. Then dot and then updated text. And updated text is this block right here. So this top block where the triple dash, that last one is where I grab the date. And then it's going to show the notification, and then it's going to copy the text to clipboard. So let's do this. Let's hit, oh, I can hit run down here. So this is an iPadOS 13. So you can see there's still an arrow. I can't see the full arrow in the bottom corner. This is going to run. So let's say, let's call this Shorcuts for publishing with Statamic. I'm going to hit OK. Ask for time in 24 hours. So it's going to be 0800. OK. And I don't want current date. I want specify date. And I'm going to specify Monday. Done. And so what it gave me is, you can see at the top there, or you can see right here too, it says 2019, 0819, 0800 shortcuts for Statamic. And it copied to clipboard, and I show the notification as well because I know I want that to happen. So let's go into OneWriter now. Here's another article for someone else, and let's do this. New document, and I'm just going to start. Oh, so I don't love how it is hard occasionally for OneWriter to actually name things. This is hard to name the file, but there we go. Rename. I'm going to highlight it all. But like, so byword, if I copy and paste like an iframe for a YouTube video or something, then it doesn't work. It just has an issue. So it doesn't work. So that's awesome. And so now I have my file name for this, and that's excellent. That's part of what I want. Now the other Statamic shortcut, let's go over here to this one. So again, this one starts by asking for post title again. And so, and it does is change ask for input. It's going to capitalize with title case because that's what I want my posts to be. And then it gives me the choice of link, regular, book review, or freelance Friday. And what that builds is builds me the headers. So this is the header that Statamic needs at the top of a post, top of content to work. And so what I'll use for this post that I'm talking about is the regular one, and it's going to copy this text to the clipboard. So let's even run that. And then book review has say book review, right? And has a bunch of rating stuff in there for me, so that I can have like long term, I can have all the metadata. This is basically, that format is from the metadata for my WordPress site. And then Freelance Friday has format Statamic file name in there, which puts it in my thing. But it also goes and puts the actual file in the proper spot in my Dropbox folder, and then I just put the file name on it, and I'm all good to go. So you can say it does it in Dropbox. Saves in Dropbox under writing /ff for follow Friday, Freelance Friday, and then I am good to go. I just need to change it and actually build the file itself. But what I want to do is I want to run regular. So let's go to, where did I say this? Oh, let's say Statamic. I might change this title. This is just what I'm doing for you. And I'm going to say this is a regular. That's it. And I've got it in my clipboard now. And that's what I've got. So this would go under code and tags. That'd be Statamic iPadOS shortcuts iPadOS 13. So now I have tags in there, and I would actually write my content. Here's my content. And I will use this exact file, although I might change the name to make sure that they match up. But that is it. And that's the best way that I found publishing with Statamic, really, for myself, is automating it with a couple shortcuts so that I have them, and then just producing it easily for myself every time, instead of having to guess and try to figure out the format and try to get the 3 dashes. And that's another thing that Byword does terribly, is it takes these 3 dashes that Statamic uses to recognize the file headers and turns them into like an M dash. And I don't want that. So I actually really like the Byword writing experience. I like how it visually looks. I like it more than OneWriter, but then it messes with all my code level stuff, and that's not good. So yeah, I'm going to share both of these. You'll find them in the description below. You will find them on the blog post that goes with this on my site at curtismchale.ca that now runs on Statamic. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed today's video, you can make sure you don't miss any by subscribing below. Make sure you hit that little bell icon so you get notifications if you like notifications. Although I gotta be honest, I hate them. If you'd like to support the channel, like to make sure that the videos keep coming, that the content keeps coming, you can support me on patreon.com/Curtis McHale. Have an awesome day.